Hi, I'm Joseph Wong. Because of my work with children, teachers, and parents, I was asked to give a talk at the International Book Fair in Kuala Lumpur on the 24th of May 2025. I titled my talk The Role of the Community in Bringing Up Children, which attracted some interest among some of you. So I'm sharing the entire presentation here. If you're interested to hear some of my ideas about bringing up children as a community, do watch this 10 to 12-minute presentation and share your own thoughts with me. Here's the presentation.
Everywhere you look today, there's AI, and many more aspects of our lives are going digital. Digitalization is a sign of progress, but the more digital the world gets, the more dangerous it becomes for our children. Let me highlight some of the more significant risks that children face. Social alienation is top of the list because studies have shown that when children start on digital devices too early in their lives, when their brains are not fully developed, they fall more quickly into a pattern of addiction of the devices and the virtual world. This leads to fewer human interactions and forming friendships and less engagement with their parents. The digital addiction also weakens their cognitive development as well as their critical thinking. This usually results in poorer school grades and learning difficulty. They will struggle with all forms of communication, a key component of career success. Finally, children become less caring and kind. Now, I'm not here to slam technology. Just as fire can both help and destroy, so can too much AI and digitalization. So, want to see how technology harms children's development? These are scenes you see very often, both at home and outside. If these evidences aren't enough, look at these headlines from major newspapers. Yes, digitalization creates more horrifying outcomes than a screaming child. The reason children are attracted to digitalization is that it's engaging, easy to use, it's intuitive and challenges the mind. It's entertaining and educational. It can make the child look smart. It's everywhere. It connects people. It releases dopamine. And look, mommy and daddy are also using it. Let's put this alongside the detrimental effects on children I described earlier. A study by the National Library of Medicines says that when children aged 2 to 12 overuse digital devices, their physical activities decrease. They have trouble sleeping, leading to poorer academic performance. And they develop long-term social-emotional issues. So what can we do? Let me share 3 ways. First, through setting boundaries. Then, developing more positive habits. And thirdly, increasing children's engagement with adults in charge. Who are the most significant adults in charge? Parents and teachers. Which brings me back to the title of this talk. What can parents, teachers, and the community do more of to help our children? I'd like to share 3 powerful ways we can help them. The first, and I'm very excited about this, bring books back into the home. I don't just mean getting your children to read physical books again, but I am asking parents to read together with your children. Here's what reading with your children does. You reinforce social interaction. Even as digitalization threatens to isolate your children from life itself, reading with your child ensures they continue to hear a human voice, feel their parents' engagement, experience laughter, or even hugs. When parents set aside time for their children, it is a powerful way to show they care, especially busy dads. Take note. When you connect with your children this way, you have the rare opportunity to share with them your life stories and aspirations. All these can only strengthen the bond between parents and children. The second way is for parents to tell your kids what happened at work. By sharing your work issues with your children, they get to understand your world and the effort you are making every day in your career. Parents, you are your children's best mentors because they love you. By sharing how you think and manage situations and people, you become a hero in your children's eyes. While you're at it, share your perspectives of life skills such as leadership, decision-making, and problem-solving. The third way is for teachers to learn business management. Well, not from business schools such as INSEAD, MIT, or London Business School, but from experienced business leaders. The two key mentors and shapers in a child's life are parents and teachers. That's why school teachers need to be equipped with leadership skills that are real and powerful to share, even if in sporadic bite sizes, with their students. This idea also reinforces the value of education beyond school into lifelong learning. And so here are some ways we can overcome each challenge of digital addiction I have described. Setting the right conditions early, way before our children start to use digital devices. Using these devices must come with meeting these conditions. When we move away from rules into responsibility, the boundaries are easier to enforce. Don't say digitalization is bad. Instead, work on using it correctly and responsibly. We parents and teachers need to keep up to date with the latest digital ways so as not to come across as out of touch. And last but not least, since we adults are role models to our children, our own digital habits need to be exemplary. For instance, no digital device at the dining table. Then comes the next challenge. Many parents and teachers don't know how and where to start. Many also feel inadequate to be teachers of their children, while others don't know where to go to pick up these skills. Let me share how my books can help, starting with my 3-book series, I'm So Ready for Life, where I devoted one book on economics, another on leadership, and a third on decision making. I believe that a child can learn anything so long as the language is right. Take some of these points from my book 1, for instance. Something as simple as looking at currency exchange rates can be a great lesson. Talk about why we need to use different currencies when we visit another country and why the value of that currency is different from our own. You can also talk about why this value is different every day. Your child gets an immensely useful insight into how exchange rates work. There are between 10 and 15 topics per book, so this is a great and easy way to start your conversations with your children using these books. By so doing, we invest in our children's real-world education. If every home in every country can start this habit, this will hugely benefit the entire state of education and parenting. Write to josephwong.co if you need help to kick off such an initiative in your country or community. The next book you can use is The 3 Monsters That Destroy Your Career, aimed at preparing young people for a lifelong career. Here, I focus on 3 habits that every young person needs to manage and build on in order to start every job with leadership. The 3 habits are fear, ignorance, and pride. This can become a pre-graduation program for pre-university and university, or an option offered at institutes of higher learning and public libraries. You can also write to josephwong.co for help in your country or community. The third book is Parenting Tips for Imperfect Parents. I believe that there is no one-size-fits-all parenting guide. For sure, there's no such thing as Asian parenting style versus Western style. I have studied all parenting styles and included what I believe are the most effective and relevant parenting habits into this book that cuts across all cultures and income groups. I feel it is important for young married couples to get a good handle on parenting even before their first child comes along. Parents often have only one chance to get parenting right. That's how crucial it is to have this source of help. Again, make it publicly accessible via public libraries and introduce parenting as discussion topics in upper secondary education. Of course, JosephWong.co is always ready to assist to kick this off in your country and community. These are some of the other programs I have delivered. You can tell that I'm very focused on harnessing my 36 years experience at Standard Chartered into life skills that help build successful futures and realizing potentials. These initiatives are crucial for the development of children in your country. Connect with me today and take life-changing steps to bring more value in our roles as a community in bringing up our children.